Hi everyone, a very good morning to all of you. We have discussed about trigonometric ratios and the relations or formulae between them which are useful in physics in the last session, last class. Today we are going to start one new mathematical phenomena, that is differentiation. What is that? Differentiation. One of the toughest applications of mathematics which we will use in physics. But in physics it is, especially for NEET, it is easier because we just have to remember few formulas, and every time in physics wherever you have to use differentiation, you will come to know here we have to use differentiation. So there is no confusion where to use this mathematical phenomena. 99% you can understand here we have to use differentiation because everywhere the formula will be given in the form of differentiation. But understanding the meaning of differentiation is difficult bit. But solving questions or solving physics using differentiation, especially up to NEET level, is bit easy. So what all we required is simple formulas, few formulas. First of all, what is the differentiation mathematical phenomena looks like, or what is the representation? See here. d by dx or d by dt. d by dx is called differentiation. Differentiation with respect to x. d by dt is differentiation with respect to t. But what is the meaning is differentiation nothing but change, subtraction. So change in one quantity. Change in one quantity, like I will tell you. Now take one function y equal to x square. Now y is depending on x. When x changes, y also changes. Yes sir. Suppose when x is 1, y is 1 square 1. When x is 2, y is 2 square 4. Then delta x. Delta is change, average change. Delta x is 2 minus 1, 1. And the corresponding change in y is 4 minus 1, 3. Then delta y by delta x is called average change. Average change in y with respect to x. So when a quantity like y depends on variable like x, as variable x value changes, the value of quantity y also changes. Then from one particular finite value to another particular finite value, like 1 to 2, x changed from 1 to 2, then y also changed from 1 to 4. Then the corresponding change in y with respect to x is called average change. What is that? Average change. But same delta y by delta x, you can write it as dy by dx. Delta x is big change, considerable change. Dx is small change, small, very small, almost zero. That means under the condition when delta x tends to 0, like when x changed by 0.001, then what is the corresponding change in y? That is called dy by dx. Change in y with respect to x. Now here what I will say is dy by dx is called instantaneous change in y with respect to x. Instantaneous change in y with respect to x. So delta y by delta x is change in y with respect to x, as well as dy by dx also change in y with respect to x. But the difference is, this is average change, this is instantaneous change. This is change between two values, this is change at any one particular value. But if I say like this, you will get confused and you make it, or you feel like it is complicated. Let me try to explain you with one example. See. Now, x is a quantity, depends on time, t, according to the relation x equal to 2t, suppose. Now, at t equal to 0, x 0. At t equal to 1, x is 2 into 1, 2. Now, at t equal to 2, x is 2 into 2, 4. Then at t equal to 3, x equal to 6, so on. Now, from here to here, the delta x is 2 minus 0, 2. Delta x means change, final minus initial. The corresponding change in t, delta t, 1 minus 0, 1. Right? Now, delta x by delta t, 2 by 1, 2. Right? Now you consider from here to here, from here to here. Now delta x is finally 6, initially 0, 6 minus 0, 3 minus 0, so 6 by 3, how much? 2, sorry, only delta x, 6 minus 0, 6, delta t, 3 minus 0, 3, then delta x by delta t, 6 by 3, again 2, right? So the average change in x with respect to t from here to here, from here to here, same, right? But at a particular instant, if we calculate, that is called instantaneous change. Like, now at t equal to 0, in 1 second, x changed by 2. That means, at t equal to 0, at this instant, the x is changing in such a way that 2 in 1 second. Suppose x is distance. So you will measure in terms of meter. In 1 second. What is this value? Change in x with respect to t under the condition delta t tends to 0. Nothing but dx by dt. So dx by dt is change in x with respect to t. But what change it is? Instantaneous change. At what instant? At t equal to 0. Similarly, at t equal to 2 you take. At t equal to 2. Now, at t equal to 2 in 1 second means 2 to 3. Again, what is the change in x? It changed from 4 to 6. So delta x is 6 minus 4 2 and within time 1 second. Now you can say at t equal to 2 seconds, that means now not from one to other, only at t equal to 2 seconds the x is changing that 2 meter per second. So this is called dx by dt. So at one instant the change is called instantaneous. But here in the given example, at any instant, at t equal to 0 you got 2 meter per second. At t equal to 2 you got 2 meter per second only. But not always it comes same. It changes randomly. Let us take one more example. Then you will understand. Now instead of 2t, let me take t square. Now t equal to 0, x 0. T equal to 1, x is 1. T equal to 2, x is now 4. T equal to 3, now x is 9. Now first, from 0 to 1 second, delta x is now 1 minus 0. How much? 1. Now delta t also 1 minus 0, 1. Then this will become 1 by 1, 1. So what is delta x by delta t between t equal to 0 and t equal to 1? 1. 1, let's take like meter per second. X is meter, t is second. Like you studied in units and dimensions. So the change in x with respect to t is how much? 1 meter in first second. Now you take this average from 0 to 3 seconds. This one. So final is 9, initially 0. So here comes 9, 9, 3. Now 9 by 3, how much? 3. See, here it is average. Here it is average. When we say average is from one instant to another, one instant to another, that is average. One instant to another, not only here to here, from here to here, average. From t equal to 1 to 3, average. From one value to another value of variable. The change is called average. Or else you can take one more value also. You take suppose 1 to 2. Now take from 1 to 2. What is delta x? 4 minus 1, 3. What is delta t? 2 minus 1, 1. So this is delta x, this is delta t. Now what is delta x by delta t? 3 by 1. How much? 3 meter per second. So when you take first second, the change is 1 meter per second. But when you take second, it is 3 meter per second. See, from here to here it took 1 second. From here to here also it took 1 second. But x changed differently. Earlier case, change was same. Right? But here the change is not uniform. In first second the change is 1 meter per second. But in the next second 3 meter per second. Now you take third second. 2 to 3. Delta x is 9 minus 4, 5. Delta t 3 minus 2, 1. Then delta x by delta t 5 by 1, 5 meter per second. Next in third second, the change in x is 5 meter in 1 second. So, in 1 second, first second, x increased by 1. In second second, x increased by 3. Duration is same. In third second, x increased by 5. Duration is same. So, these are average change in 1 second. Right? But when you consider at t equal to 0, under the limit t delta t tends to 0, at t equal to 0, there is no t1 t2. At t equal to 0, this is t1, this is t2, then delta t tends to 0, then delta x by delta t. So at this time, how much distance it is able to cover? It is able to cover how much? 1 meter per second. This is called dx by dt, 1 meter per second. That means at this instant, the change in x with respect to t has capability to cover 1 meter in 1 second. But when you come to this position, then the rate of change in x change to greater value. At t equal to 1 second, under the limit delta t tends to 0, delta x by delta t is how much? From 1 to 2, 3 meter per second. So, this is called instantaneous change. This is called instantaneous change in x. That only called differentiation. Let me tell you one more example. Same, this one only. This way only. Now, a car started at this point, t equal to 0. Now, you started the car. So, initial displacement is 0. Journey started here. Then, the finally car reached here. Like you are traveling from your home to institution. So, this is your home, this is your institution. Here speed is 0. Here speed also 0. Because you started, you ended. But what happens in the middle? Is it true that the speed of car is same everywhere? No. There may be one traffic signal. You may stop the car. There may be one speed breaker. You may slow down the vehicle. So there may be some idiot comes in the path. Then you have to slow down. So it happens. So the speed of the vehicle changes at every point. Yes or no? Suppose at this instant, the speed is suppose 2 meter per second. That means at this point, the change in displacement, that is delta x by delta t with respect to time under the limit delta t tends to 0 is nothing but dx by dt, that is 2 meter per second. Means here the car is moving such that it can cover 2 meter in 1 second. Suppose at another point here the speed is 10 meter per second. So that means here at this instant the dx by dt is 10 meter per second. That means here the car engine rotation speed is such that it can cover 10 meter in 1 second. So at every instant, the capability of the car to cover some distance is changing. Same duration, 1 second, 1 second. So in 1 second here it is covering 2 meter, here 1 second it is covering 10 meter. So the capability of covering distance in 1 second is different at different points. So that capability So that change in displacement with respect to time at that particular instant, we call it as instantaneous change. What is that? Instantaneous change. Now, suppose you started here and you covered total 20 kilometer in 30 minutes. Then what is your average speed? Average speed means what? Speed is distance by time. Distance is 20 kilometer and time is 30 minutes. That means 30 by 60 hours. So equal to 60 will go up. So 0, 0 cancel. 3 2s are. So 40 kilometer per hour. And you know how to convert kilometer into meter per second. Either you can multiply directly with 5 by 18 because 1 kilometer per hour equal to, kilometer means 1000 meter, hour means 3600 seconds, 0 0 0 0 218 25, nothing but 5 by 18 meter per second. So 40 into 5 by 18 meter per second. So 2 9s are 220. So 100 by 9 meter per second. So approximately how much? 11 or 11.1. So when you cover this total distance in 30 minutes, your average speed from starting to ending is 11.1 meter per second. That means at one instant you are covering 2 meter in second. At another instant you are covering 10 meter in second. At another instant you may cover 20 meter in 1 second. But overall if you look at the journey, you are covering or you moved such that you covered 11 meter in 1 second. Or else you can say like this. If you start your journey here with this much of speed and without changing speed, anywhere you should not change the speed. Simply, you should maintain same speed. Then you can reach from here to here in 30 minutes. That is the meaning of average speed. Average means between two instants. So for every quantity, not for speed I am telling, for every quantity, there is one average change, there is one instantaneous change. Like, one more example. Now, consider your height. Your height. Now, you born this much. Let's take 1 foot or 1.5 foot, something. Now you became 6 foot after 15 years. After 15 years. So from your birth to till now, the time duration is 15 years. Then the height change is 6 minus 1.5, 4.5 foot. Then delta H by delta T is 4.5 by 15 foot per year. That means approximately 0. 45 by 150. That means 15 3s are 10. So 0.3 foot per year. So your height averagely increased 0.3 foot in 1 year. Now the question is, Is it true that every year your height increased by 0.3? No. In 1 year, your height might be increased by 0.5 foot. In another year, it might be increased by 0.8. In another year, it might be increased only 0.1. So in 1 year, suppose in the year of 2015, your growth rate is called instantaneous. Your growth rate is called instantaneous. Then you can write it as dH by dt as something foot per year in that year. Or else, suppose you have taken your growth rate in 1 year, not 15 years. You have taken only 1 year. 2015 to 2016. Now this is delta H by delta T, average change in your height. What is this? Average change in your height. Now, within 1 month, suppose in 2015, in the month of May, what is your growth rate? That is called dH by dt, foot per month. Foot per month. If you take 1 year as average, then 1 month is that instantaneous. Or if you take 1 month duration total, if this is average, because 1 month, 1st to 30th, your height increased, then this is something foot per month. Then in 1 day, that is called dH by dt, foot per day, rate of change in your height or change in your height with respect to age or time. Now, if you take 1 day as average, now from the morning to 12 am to 12 am you have considered. Then it is called delta H by delta T, from one time to another time, one instant to another instant, average. This is average. Now, at 1 pm, at 4 pm, that means in 1 hour if you consider, that is dH by dt, rate of change or change in your height at that particular time, at that particular instant, that is called instantaneous change. Or else you take 1 hour as average. When you take average as one instant to another instant, then at one instant is called instantaneous. Now this is average. Then in 1 minute, dH by dt, or 1 second, that is dH by dt. So foot per minute or foot per second. So this is called instantaneous change. Now one more example, last example I will give you. Suppose you started running from one particular point, that is the initial. You started running and you covered 5 kilometers. You covered 5 kilometers in 1 hour, suppose. So your average speed is 5 kilometers by 1 hour, nothing but 5 kilometers per hour, or else 5 into 5 by 18 meter per second. Right? Or else you take half an hour. If you say, sir, why will take 1 hour? It's your wish. Then it will become 10. Then 10. So 50 by 18 meter per second. So here it will become 2 nines are 225. So approximately 3. Less than 3 but approximately. That means overall you covered 3 meter in 1 second. Right? Now you take in minutes. Same thing. 10 kilometer means 1000 meter. 1 hour means 60 minutes. So 0, 0, 2 3s are 2 5s are. So 500 by 3 meter per minute, or else approximately. Take it approximately. So 17 meter per minute. So this is average. Averagely you have covered in 1 minute. But is it true that after first minute you covered this much, and after second minute also you covered same, and after last minute also you covered same? No. Initially you will run very fast. So you may cover initially 50 meter or 100 meter also in 1 minute. Then in next minute it may decrease to 90. The next minute it may decrease to 85. Next minute it may decrease to 70. So on. So at this instant your speed is 100 meter per minute instantaneous speed. At this instant 90. At this instant 85. So on. So at the end you may cover only 1 meter in 1 minute. Here just you covered only 1 meter or 2 meter. Just you are running very slowly. So the instant at one particular time or at one particular instant, the change is called instantaneous. Between two instants the change is called average. Right? So this is the meaning of differentiation. But the formula of differentiation is very simple. See, there are 90% we get differentiation with respect to time, d by dt. Differentiation with respect to time most of the times. And this is nothing but rate of change. Whenever you do differentiation with respect to time, we call it as rate of change. And another one is d by dr. Differentiation with respect to distance. And this is called gradient. In physics many quantities are there. Displacement, speed, acceleration, force, linear momentum, work, energy, so on. Like differentiation of displacement with respect to time, instantaneous speed or velocity. Differentiation of velocity with respect to time, instantaneous acceleration. Differentiation with respect of linear momentum, force, instantaneous force. Differentiation of work with respect to time, power. So for this purpose we need differentiation. So usually these two differentiations will come, but you can do differentiation with respect to anything. So our duty is first we need to make practice with differentiation simple formula. So I will give you the formula, then we will try to do it. Like d by dx of x power n. Now you are doing differentiation with respect to x. Whose differentiation? X power n. It is something like, now y equal to x power n. Then you are finding dy by dx. So differentiation of y with respect to x, where y is x power n. Or I gave you like x equal to t square. Then you can find dx by dt. Differentiation of x with respect to t. So t is the variable on which x depends. So you can differentiate a function with respect to variable on which it depends. And the formula will become n into x power n minus 1. Similarly, d by dt of t power n will become n into t power n minus 1. So, if you remember these formulas, you can solve the questions. So, remember and then apply it. That is what we need to do it. Like, suppose x equal to t square and find dx by dt. That is the question. Then what you will do? Dx by dt equal to d by dt of, what is x they have given? T square. Now you will compare with this. D by dt of t square. Here t power n. N can be anything. Positive or negative, fraction or integer. Anything. Here it is positive integer 2. So in place of n, 2 is there. What is the formula? N into. So here 2 into t power n minus 1. That means 2 minus 1. So it will become 2t. So this is one simple example. Let me take one more. Y equal to x power 3 by 2. Then find dy by dx. So if you take dy by dx equal to d by dx of y, how much? X power 3 by 2. Now x power n form, because here d by dx of x power n. So in place of n, how much is there? 3 by 2. What is the formula? N into x power n minus 1. Power into, and power reduces by 1. So here power is 3 by 2. Power into x power 3 by 2 minus 1. So 3 by 2 into x power, if you take LCM, 3 minus 2 by 2 equal to 3 by 2 x power 1 by 2. But x power 1 by 2 is nothing but root x. So today let us just solve these simple questions only based on these two formulas. You get perfect with these two. Then we will continue in the coming session. Please listen twice also if possible. If you don't understand, ask me 100 times. But one of the most important topic or mathematical application which will be utilized many chapters of physics. So please don't neglect my words. Try to understand and try to get practice with the things and try to become perfectionist. Right? We will continue in the next lecture. Thank you.